What's up, everybody? We are gonna be making some progress tonight. I'm actually super excited. We've got a lot of cool stuff to do. Did a little bit of prep work, so we should be able to dive right into recording a YouTube episode. Otherwise, I'd be skipping too much. Yeah, so let me actually just dive straight in here. Have all my windows open properly. Hello everyone, Krydax here, and welcome back to our Satisfactory 1.0 playthrough. In our last episode, we started work on a big power plant, 75 gigawatts of nuclear power, and that's not even utilizing any of the waste for plutonium power, which is something I can always do later if I really need more power. So, I've done a decent amount of work since the last episode, because there were a couple things we had talked about that I needed to get done. One of which is we needed Caterium to our main base, because we're going to make the fixite ingots out of that, and SAM. And then the other thing I wanted to do was build a electromagnetic control rod factory for the nuclear power, right? Because we aren't making the control rods over here, and therefore we're going to need them. So what I went ahead and did is I learned a new fact that I didn't know before, and this one's really important. Drones do not just run incessantly. For some reason I thought they had. I was wrong about that. I think I just assumed they did, or maybe they did previously. But drones will actually not deliver, or they won't leave until their cargo is empty that they're trying to deliver. So that's actually really handy, because what that means... Actually, I'm curious if this guy ends up... No, okay, so he's leaving again. So this would be a good example. If I add a few hundred more into the circulation, then he won't actually be going back and forth as often for that same reason. So let me grab a few more fluid tanks here. Anyway, so the point is drones are far more efficient in terms of their fuel usage. But that makes them bad at delivering to multiple locations in a row. If either location backs up, that's problematic, right? Because then they'll be stuck waiting at the one that's backed up while the other one runs dry. So you really do want drones to just be point to point unless there's steady flow out on all the locations that they're delivering to. And then you have to care about rates, right? Because they might deliver too much to the first one if the first one's sinking. So you just need to be really careful with drones delivering to multiple places. But for point-to-point drones, they're actually quite efficient because they won't deliver when they don't need to. So all of that put together means I decided we're actually going to do a fuel delivery drone system. So these drones are literally going to load up fuel. So you can see into the outgoing slot, fuel is showing up. He's grabbing it as soon as it comes in, so I think that's why it's not showing up. But he's going to be delivering this to our electromagnetic control rod factory, which we'll go show you that real quick. I did put it together. Off stream, I figured it wouldn't be that crazy interesting, because it really is just some smelters and assemblers and constructors, and it's actually really convenient. All the resources we needed were right in the same spot. So, check this out. It was like... couldn't be more perfect. I can remember where it is. I guess it's right ahead according to the compass. What's up, CCTV? How goes it? Ah, yeah, here we go. So yeah, basically the iron's there, and the copper's there, and the Caterium's there. So everything we needed was right here to make electromagnetic control rods. I am using iron wire rather than copper wire. I kind of did that automatically without thinking before I realized I needed copper sheets anyway, so I maybe could have done it differently, but here we are. We've got our miners going. Have I checked the rates? Am I getting enough? I need 300 copper ingots and Caterium. I needed 120 ingots, so this is actually perfect. And then copper, just gotta make sure I'm getting 300. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so then you can see those run into our smelters. This is the iron smelter line. We need it a lot. And then copper and deuterium smelters are over here, and then we're constructing iron wire, 2 sets of constructors, and then a 3rd set also using iron ingots to make iron pipes. So that's what's going on here. And then those get sent around to make stators, which we have, I believe, 9 assemblers going to make stators right now. And some of it's overkill. I think I only needed... Let's see, I have the numbers out here on the side. For stators, I needed 9 assemblers, 900%. You just finished a slug hunting run and got 200 shards. Nice. D24 Gaming, how goes it? How goes it? I'm doing well. So yeah, anyway, we're making copper sheets here. And then the deuterium ingots are going to make quick wire, which is here. And I may need to upgrade that. It seems like that's a mark. It's getting slowed down. And then the quick wire and whatchamacallit get combined to make AI limiters. Okay, that should do it. And then the AI limiters get combined with the stators to make electromagnetic control rods. So that's a thing. We'll have to discover if it's flowing properly, but I think there's a couple places I actually needed power shards, but I didn't have any. So we'll have to wait till we produce some. So this will slightly underproduce for now, but we'll have to come back at some point to make sure it's not underproducing anymore. We should be getting exactly 30 ECRs per minute. And I set up... Did I set up 9 or 6? Looks like I set up 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. So we're good. So yeah, the place where I need some extra help is on the copper sheets? No, we're good on copper sheets. It's on the quick wire constructors. I need an extra 4 power shards on those. And I also need to make sure I connected... I found an issue in my blueprint for the constructors. This was a revised blueprint I was using because someone had showed me the trick, or they mentioned the trick on the YouTube comment, that you can get... This was outside the bounds of the 4x4x4 blueprint creator, but you're able to fit it just barely inside by using a floor hole kind of trick. And so I was able to figure out kind of a different solution. It's more or less the same idea though. But anyway, there was an issue with the blueprint where I forgot this belt back here. So, and it had some Mark IIIs in it. It's a whole mess. What's up, Alor? Yeah, a little bit of a late stream for me, but it's the weekend, you know. Got a free evening, and I wanted to play. So anyway, this is gonna be our fuel input here. So I already named it ECR Factory Fuel Unload. And so then I just need to find home fuel load A goes to this port. And this port goes to home fuel load A. And that should do it. Wait a second. Oh no, that would be a bad idea. I was just thinking we could have it just come here to pick up and then drop off the... Wait, can you do that? I never considered that. Can you fuel a drone in one place, load it up with nothing, have it go to location A, pick up a thing, go to location B, drop off that thing, and then go back to location home where the fuel is? And as long as you're always able to drop off everything at the drop-off location... Oh, but see, the problem is it... No. It waits until it drops off all the items. I was going to say the problem is then it continually loops and wastes fuel, but I think that would actually work out. I don't know. I think that works. Yeah. I think that actually works. I haven't done a 3-point system before, but I guess that would actually work fine. So in this case, do I need to be bringing fuel at all? Or should I just send a drone from home, where fuel already exists, to pick up these, fly it over to the nuclear, and then fly back home and kind of do that loop? Which one's more efficient? I don't actually know. At the end of the day, they're probably similar. This one's probably less efficient, actually. And I have 2 drone depots running. But I like this version, so we're going to do it. Anyway, yeah, so that's that. That's the ECR factory. I'll come back when I have some synthetic power shards, because that's what we're going to be working on here in a minute. But let's fly over to our nuclear plant. Make sure that's all set up properly. Oh, no, I have to show you one more thing that we did. One more thing that we did, which is very important, is I added more train stuff. So this previously was our only train stop, and went ahead and added on to this T-junction. I think we're good on blocks. I should probably grab a couple block signals, and here and there I should put one on the right. Oh, nope, not like that. Please not like that. Just in case I have multiple trains at some point. That'll keep them running. But yeah, over here is the Caterium that we wanted for the base that we're going to turn into, whatchamacallit, Fixite. So here's our Caterium node, and then I was able to design in the Blueprint Creator a little R junction. It's not a T junction. It only goes one direction, but that actually works fine when the main base is always that way. So it basically loads the Caterium onto the second thingy here, goes back, and then can turn left. And it would never need to turn right unless I have the same train go that way to pick up more stuff, in which case I can add in, you know, the other turns, I guess. But at least for now, it's fine. Planning for multiple trains just before finishing the game. Yeah, you're right, probably not. Doggo, get off the tracks! You're not gonna make it if you stand there. Anyway, let us now go to our nuclear plant, which is probably going to be more than one flight away. Especially because I have to get all this elevation. But what a nice view from up here. It also would be nice if I could grab a purple power slug or two. Need a few more shards, but we're so close to the synthetic shard recipe. I did research it. That was after the episode was over. I researched it on stream. It's just the research in the MAM. It requires 100 time crystals, which is just diamonds in the converter, and like 10 power shards, and I think that's pretty much it. So we researched that. No slug up here. And that'll be the next thing that we're working on. I probably got that hard drive, right? Looks like I got this one already. Oh yes, I certainly did. Go away, spiders. Ouch. You got me. Ah! I wish they would take fall damage. It would be really satisfying to see them splat on the ground. Alright, here's that wonderful uranium belt we set up in the last stream. Yeah, there is a massive... I don't know if it's the same one you're talking about, but I found... Oh, a yellow slug. Take it. I found an insane amount of purple slugs up here. This northern area, like all these little doodads. Is there an enemy up here? Oh, there's an enemy up here. Whoops. Not a good place to stand and sit. Wascally still disapproves of this uranium belt, but it's going strong. Nothing wrong with it. What is this? Get rid of those. No, but don't get rid of the pipeline. Alright, well, there goes all our speed. Okay, so yeah, I did a little bit more building of the nuclear. We got it up to 6 of the plants. I still have nowhere near enough power shards. So we need lots of power shards to finish the nuclear build. Your diluted fuel is done. Nice. Diluted fuel is the truth. Love that stuff. Okay, so let me fix the ECR. Oh, look. Our fuel rods are backed up. Now, another thing we could do... Again, there's just so many options. So let's see. This port needs to go to... Well, I need ECR home load to have no port as a destination, and then I need this one to go ahead and leave. Yeah, get out of here. And don't come back. And then, oh, not do that. And then we need to set all ports. ECR factory load comes here to nuclear unload, and nuclear unload goes to ECR factory load. So that's just a little loop of 3.3 kilometers. And that should work. We'll see if it does. Can I shove this back into the output? I can. Now, anyway, what I was going to say is we could make extra uranium fuel rods with some summer sloops, and then I could use those, you know, as fuel for drones. But that seems kind of insane, to be honest. Seems kind of insane. So I got all the water doodads built, and at some point we'll have to come finish this. I don't think there's a point in finishing it right this second because I don't have power shards needed. So that's a thing. But it probably wouldn't hurt to build a couple of the plants. Is that the spacing, or is it one more in? It hangs over such that that little black... Okay. Let's see. Yeah, it's one more like that, I think. I'm gonna make sure it's exactly the same. So that's in line with that little bar. Yeah, that's the same. Okay, so we'll get all that hooked up. Again, there's not too much of a point right now because I don't have all the power shards, but I also expanded the waste depot just a little bit. So now I've got 32 hours worth of storage once all 12 are running at full. So that's pretty great. And, you know, it wouldn't take me that long to add another 32 hours of storage if I really needed to. And I did do the math last night because I was curious about the radiation distance. And even if all of those are full, it won't even get to the shore over here. So we're fine on radiation distance. The way the math works out, it pretty quickly will get to like 200 or 300 meters. And if you're doing like plutonium waste or a lot of waste, it'll maybe get to 400 or 500 meters. But it's really, really, really hard to get the amount of radiation past like 600 meters. Because it's exponential, the amount of radiation you need to go like damaging past 600 meters. I mean, it's exponential the whole time, but what I'm trying to say is the exponential part of the graph really takes over around 600. So, you know, it would take you like if it took you 10 hours to get to 600 meters of distance, it would probably take you 500 hours to get to 700 meters, and then, you know, a billion hours or something to get to 800 meters. Maybe not literally a billion, but maybe a million hours. I'm not even kidding. It's absurd how much radiation you need to get to 800 meters. Alor, it is both. So the formula scales inversely with the square of the distance and with an e to the power of the distance. So you end up with both a... It's kind of quadratic at first because those are the bigger numbers, and then eventually it's the exponential that really takes over. So you would basically have to cheat in billions of plutonium waste to get past like 800 or 900 meters of radiation distance. Anyway, yeah, so we're gonna be working on power shards, I think. No, I need to do the fixite things first. Right. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. Okay, that's why we got the Caterium. So the Caterium's over here, and it's conveniently just chilling right there. You know, it would be better if this was on the other side. Can you like hot swap these to go in the other direction? I guess I can wait for the train to leave and then rebuild it. Yes, most of the time people do say the wrong math words, but given my occupation as a math teacher, I'm prone to at least try to say the correct math word when I can. I still make plenty of mistakes with that, but in this case, it is in fact exponential. It's also quadratic, so it's kind of both. But certainly it's the exponential one that wins in the long run. Alright, so we're gonna remove you, switch it, and there's a dismantle box that we just placed somewhere. Where's the dismantle box? Ah, right here. Oh god. Alright, trash that, trash that. I know I just trashed an absurd amount of Caterium, but it doesn't really matter. Because I'm not even using it yet. Yeah, I mean, when most people say exponential, it's probably close enough to being true that it's not going to matter too much. But when precision matters, exponential is not a word that should be used lightly, because it means some very big numbers very quickly. Alright. Vatamouse, I believe it doesn't, and that's actually something people have been requesting already. So I'm pretty sure that's a good indicator that it doesn't exist, because people are asking for it. So if it existed, I don't think people would be asking for it. Blueprints. I need to remake my blueprint. I'm so freaking tired of this. I'm finally gonna do it. We're gonna... Blueprint Designer Mark 1. We're gonna load up the smelters. And we're gonna rename it to Mark 5 after upgrading all the lifts. Well, not just the lifts, but also the lifts. Wait, what? Oh, that was weird. Okay, step 1, 2 are done. I should grab my hover pack. It's so nice. One other thing about the hover pack that I have failed to note before is that it gives you a much further interaction distance. Look at this. So you can paste settings to buildings a lot better, and you can, you know, like select buildings from a lot further away. So that's a really nice thing about the hover pack that you should know. Okay, that should do it. I think, yep, no more EIBs. Mark 5. Constructor I should probably redo. That's not one. I like how I called it fixed when it is indeed broken. and it's a mixture of Mark IV and Mark III belts. This is such a train wreck of a blueprint. I don't know what I was doing. But we should be able to get it all upgraded quick here. Okay, now the issue is that we're gonna have to redo all the mergers because, well, I guess technically no, because they're Mark III belts, which is 240, right? Like, when is a constructor gonna make more than 240 a minute? But you never know. I just don't want to take my chances. You know, steel screws with power shards or something might screw that up. So, merger. Merger. I feel like I'm talking about business decisions. Oh yes, for the merger in April. It is kind of nice that you can just like double click on the sides and it just hashtag works. Also, these are not connected anymore because I deconstructed it. And now is when it gets painful. Yeah. So the workaround is probably clipping a stackable to here, maybe? I'm not sure if this is the right spot or not, but let's find out. And then we go down from there. Yeah, that works. And then we'll have to remove those stackables, including that one. There we go. Nudge the lift in place, but then it won't connect. The problem is it needs to connect in both places. Because you can't... yeah, because if you were to build the merger onto the end of the lift, on the bottom, I don't think that it spaces it the same. I'm not sure, though. But, like, if you had the lift already there, yeah, the problem is it builds it, like, on top of it. Which I don't like the look of. There's nothing technically wrong with it, but then it does that weird snap. Famous last words of it just works, which is catastrophic when it doesn't. Yeah, you know, things break, it's fine. That's half of a factory game, is debugging the factory. Alright, so this is Constructors X8 Mark V. I won't put fixed because it's the only Mark V version. And then, do I need anything else? I probably should do the manufacturer's one. Oh, it's the wrong mark. Load manufacturers. I could also do refineries with Mark II pipes and the better belts. That could be a thing. But... whoa! Ran out of power. You know, I could just remove that stackable, now that I think about it. That one's not really doing anything anymore. But it's not broke, so let's not fix it. I think that does it. Everything looks pretty Mark V to me, including the ends. Alright. Mark V. Save. Alright, now we have the hard work to do of rearranging all of our old ones. I know they're in the Mark III category. We'll just call that the old Mark category. Constructors X8 Mark 5 is the only one I care about. Right, you can't just drag it in. You have to drag it in and then drag it to a section. Right. Like that. All right. What's up, Jacob? Welcome. Alright, so I need smelters and constructors. No, just smelters. What makes the fixite ingots? Is it foundries? Converters. So that means I need a converter recipe. Cool. Time to do a new recipe. I meant to say blueprint. I don't know why I said recipe. Alright, how many of these bad boys can fit? 2? Maybe 3? Nah, not 3. It looks like you could fit 3 in the Mark III blueprint designer, because these are exactly 2x2, so you could fit 3 of them. And yeah, this is a fairly simple one. We'll just do our normal shebang. 3 tall. How many hours do I have on this save? Just about 100. I think I'm pretty close to having 100. Like, I think I'm at 95 or something. I've done quite a bit of off-camera work on this save. Some of it has been more useless stuff, like running around exploring. That's not useless, but, you know, less good for content at least. And some of it's been, you know, like building aesthetic stuff. Some of it's been researching alternate recipes or just looking at the game because it's beautiful, you know, all that kind of good stuff. I know previously I've been removing these little holes, but you know what? I just can't be bothered. It does make the blueprint more expensive, though, for no reason. Maybe I should remove them. I'll try to stay consistent. I've still resisted the spaghetti monster thus far. Not completely, but as far as Krydak standards go, I've resisted the spaghetti monster for a while now. Come on. You're still betting on Final Pasta? Yeah, it's like Final Destination. Final Pasta Nation. It just makes sense. It'll happen. Alright, so that's good. Yeah, Wascally, I just don't like the way it looks. Because it feels weird for the items to be coming like into... They're like coming into the side of the bottom, and you even can see the clipping, like you can see the models overlapping. I don't know. It's not terrible, so I totally get that some people really like it, but for whatever reason, it just feels wrong to me. Maybe I'm just old man shaking my fist at the clouds because, I don't know, for no reason. Maybe someday I'll switch over to using it. But I like the items coming up and into the side for whatever reason. Alright, so then we're gonna need the fluid to be this one. Always keep the fluid as low as possible. So, we do that, and then what are the odds it just snaps? It does. Even the vertical version snaps? Oh, but this one doesn't. Of course this one doesn't. And that one does. The the junction snapping has to be the jankiest thing of all time. Oh, but the splitter worked that time. I'm thinking this isn't gonna work though, so I don't know why I did it twice. Yeah, that's a little too problematic. So I could go one higher. What about the angle? Oh, the angle doesn't actually work. So I might just settle for one of these situations again. I do actually think that looks kind of cool, to be honest. Alright, and which way are the items coming in? Back left, so they go out this way. There's only one item, so I went too high here. And then we do the same thing. Come out 3, deconstruct those. Build the lift, snap the merger. Deconstruct the lift, reconstruct the lift. Make sure there's no arrows, and we're good to go. Deconstruct the back end. And get power. Where's the power connection on you guys? Power is right here, eh? Right where you want to clip with everything. I might be able to get a power line across this area, though. This feels kind of hopeful. Yeah. Yeah, Alor, I've thought about that a few times where I'm like, especially when the merger's next to a junction, it's even worse, like this. I like to just think that, you know, the pipe is actually, like, this is just like hanging on to the pipe, you know? It's like the merger's built with a little U-shaped kind of saddle that it sits on top of the pipe. That's how I'm thinking. Yeah, exactly. I'm huffing some copium here, but that's how I'm thinking about it. All right, blueprint, converters, X2, Mark 5, P2. Why am I calling it pipe? I would always use Mark 2 pipes at this point in the game. There's no reason to name it P2. Unless there's a third tier of pipe that somehow I don't know about. Converter. All right, so that's done. Cool. And now, uh-oh. Oh gosh, what is going on here? Oh, I know what was going on. I need to go plop some stuff into the research. I have all these supercomputers in my inventory. Just let your PC overheat. I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, I would not let Satisfactory run overnight. Somehow that just feels very wrong. So I have all these extra ECRs. I guess I can just sync them. What are we at? 8 coupons right now? At this point, if I don't automate a new expensive thing to be sunk regularly, I'm not going to get many coupons. Because all that I have are, it's like oil byproduct stuff. Supercomputers. Alright, so now I just need 100 Trigons. Which we are very close to having. It was an accident, I swear. It wasn't me, officer. Alright. Caterium. Now... You're not set to unload. That's the problem. I was gonna say, that should have Caterium by now. Okay, so now I have a fancy new blueprint for smelters. And we're gonna make Caterium here. How many do I need? 3? And start with 2. And then we're gonna need... what was it? I need converters. And I'm gonna do this recipe. And then we're gonna have trigons made in constructors. Okay. Blueprints, converters. Bring this up. Like so. How many do I need? I don't know. Let's start with 4. Yeah, Wascally, we'll see. Pasta could be a good one. The problem is I still might be doing my feed it with containers method. We'll see. I'll calculate the numbers, and depending on how bad they are, I might just do that method. We'll let's see how ugly that gets. Because I made 100 pasta and it wasn't that bad. So is 1,000 really that much worse? Teus, that's great. Post it in the Discord. I'm gonna look back on that one. It was a pretty good hit. I was impressed. I think I got it in the leg. I thought I had missed it first, but then it clearly did not like what happened. A strange beast. Or whatever it's called. Let's see. CC, yes, they did add crafted power shards, which I think was a good move because in the late game, there are just so many things you want to power shard, and now you're now you're not restricted to just only having, you know, however many 100 you can find. This way, it also doesn't punish players for not production amplifying them from the beginning, because that's also a thing that would now be the case. Because you can double the power shards that you production amplify, but what if, like me, you didn't know you could production amplify them, and you just assumed you couldn't? Because like in Factorio, you can't productivity module certain things, and my brain just incorrectly assumed it was a similar situation here. So, yeah, that looks a little wonky, actually, to do the straight mode. And then this is going to be the whatchamacallits. Alright. Alright, so now we just pull whatchamacallits off the bus. Yeah, I should start stockpiling copper powder. Maybe, because last time one container, because I already have this set up, one container was enough for one, so 5 industrial storage containers should be enough for, and we'll do it the correct way. This is so bad. You gotta have some fun, you know? Wait. I think... no, something went wrong. hold on. That way. That way. That way. Okay. I think it was automatically flipping them, and then I was flipping them on top of its flip. There we go. So we call this the copper tower. The powder tower. And when this is full, we will have enough copper powder for our pasta. Will it ever be full? I'm not sure. We will find out. That might actually take too long to fill. Because if that constructors go... What was that? We can do the math real quick. Was it 250 a minute? And that's assuming it's getting all the copper at once, which it is not. Ooh, spiral the belts around. Only if it looks good. Only if it looks good. Oh, but I have to test. They have to face the same way for this. It does look good. Oh, that actually looks really good. We're doing it that way. Does look very good to do it this way. There we go. There's the experience we want our copper powder to have. Look, it's like a really clean and small version of what Let's Game It Out would do on any given day. So, this is nothing. He would go about 50 times bigger and 50 times messier. Speaking of storage, how's the nuclear waste doing? I'm sure it's fine. We timed it. I have 32 hours of storage when I'm doing all 12 nuclear reactors fully power sharded. So I'm nowhere near having any issues with that. Anyway, I need to bring over... I need to do another section of the bus is what we have to do. Blueprints, bus, Mark 5. And let's go. Yeah, that feels about right. And now we get to do some connection. Potentially run out of all-clad aluminum sheets while we're in the process. Good news is I just need this item right here. Uh-oh. Nope. Sometimes if you're holding control to multi-deconstruct, you can get really unfortunate with some of the things you're aiming at behind the thing you're trying to deconstruct. Maybe... Can I just go directly up there? That'll look a lot better. At that point, why don't I just do this? That'll look a lot better. Oh, it's still not the right height, though. The plan to upgrade to Mark 6 belts is when I need something with more than 780 per minute. I'll only upgrade what I need to. And, I don't know, depending on my total production of fixite, I may have enough to just make my blueprints Mark 6. Probably will. I'm definitely gonna sloop it for a while. Okay. So now we just need to hook up power. Which we will go with floor power. Should do it. Yes. Ooh, this feels like the is like the screenshot for the episode right here. Pretty good one. Alright, alright, alright. So, now what? Now I need the constructor set to turn the ingots into trigons. Okay, and then might do that. Well, what are my rates here? This is going to be eating 240. 240 Caterium a minute, which is 240 times 3 ore. So that's almost a full belt of ore. That's 720. But once I get a Mark 6 belt, I'll be able to fit a bit more. So I'll leave room to expand to 2 more converters over here if we want. And we'll just do our constructors here. With the spacing, and that should do it. Trigons be trigons. So, okay, I have to explain that joke. I mean, it's not really a joke, it's more of a reference. But, so I enjoy Magic the Gathering as a card game, strategy game. It's pretty great, highly recommend it if you're into that sort of thing. And there's I'm doing a lot of skipping the explanation, but there's a format called Vintage Cube, which uses a bunch of old cards. And for a while there was a card in the Vintage Cube called Trygon, but Trygon, and it was a creature that would destroy artifacts when attacking or whatever. And it was mediocre. But all that to say, there was one Christmas where a bunch of people who were playing the Vintage Cube put together like a bingo card, where when you would like play the Vintage Cube, you would like check off things as you got them. And one of the like bingo achievements was like let Trigons be Trigons, and you had to like draft the Trigon card and use it. So anyway, that's why the word Trigon rolls around in my head whenever, or Trigons be Trigons rolls around in my head every time I see the word. Now, what I'm considering is sloopaging here, because I get a free 75 a minute from a single sloop here. That's a lot of fixite Trigons. So it's possible that I shut down a lot of these constructors and just sloop maybe like 2 of them. And then I've doubled my fixite production, which is pretty good. Currently I'm making... Do I even have enough reanimated SAM for this? 180 SAM... quadrupled is almost all of my SAM. So, and that's only 60 fixite ingots. So this would use almost half of what I'm making here. So yeah, I'm gonna sloop 2 of them, and I'm gonna shut the rest down for now. We can come back later and modify things if I want to, but for now I'll go with doubled production. Seems pretty good. And then we need a storage container, or I guess a depot. Storage container on top. What are the odds? That actually clips together? Or like snaps together, I should say. And now I have a splitter so I can bring these back to the bus or somewhere useful. Well, it was just exciting that that lift happened to snap at that perfect 90-degree angle. Man, how could I not be excited? Alright, so we got Trigons. Nice. So I should be able to go finish that research then. Okay, these are really bothering me because they make it so that hitting one doesn't equip my hover pack or jetpack. The equipment moves around on you when you grab berries. Alright, get out of here. Now, one thing I am excited for with Mark 6 belts is how flippin' fast we're gonna fly fancy-free throughout the foliage. Can't think of more Fs. There we go. Ka-chunk. Quantum encoding.
Milestone reached. This is not a competition, but other pioneers, such as 83CKY and U531355, had already completed project assembly by this point.
No, 8008.
Fixit was obviously wrong about you, but perhaps so was
Pioneer.
I. Regardless, you have finally unlocked the quantum encoder, which requires vast fluctuating power and excited photonic matter to produce highly complex parts. Do not make the same mistakes managing the resulting dark matter residue as you did other byproducts.
Hey now.
Project part number 11,
I've done
the
great
AI
with
expansion
byproducts.
server, is now your highest priority. Galaxy-wide project management is taxing to even the most advanced among us, especially those who have to manage the less advanced. Like kittens and puppies, who are definitely still waiting for you to save them.
Oh, come on. I've saved many kittens by now. Alright, so we still need the neural quantum processors, which are basically super computers, for the Blueprint Designer Mark III. And then singularity cells show up in here. And then this is what we want next. So this one requires a metric crap ton of iron. So let me grab what we've got. And that might speed up. I guess that won't speed it up. It's still only 60 minutes. Alright, it might take a little bit. I might have to make some extra iron for this. Oh, I can't put it in until the pod comes back in 20 minutes. Whoops. Whoopsies. Alright, well. I meant to do that a while ago because I knew this moment was coming. Also, this Caterium is slow. I think I need to upgrade that to a Mark III miner. But how is my fuel delivering? A little slow, it seems. Yeah, I guess I'm only making like 60 a minute. And it's not quite. Am I not making 60 turbo fuel? Looks like I'm a little under. Okay. Well, that being the case, let's figure out how to make some power shards. Quantum encoder. So it's kind of like a particle accelerator. It's a variable power cost. And it's a long, skinny boy. Wow, that is a long boy. 3, 4, 5. Does that even fit? Does it just barely fit in the Mark? Probably just barely fits in the bigger Blueprint Designer. Because that would be like the very front edge, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, it literally just barely fits. To the point where you can't even blueprint the inputs and outputs and stuff. That's annoying. Because, yeah, literally anything right there would be outside the blueprint. So you can't really blueprint these. You could blueprint 2 of them next to each other with power attachments. And at least for this one, you could have the belts going over the top. And these 2 could be attached, but those 2 you'd have to attach afterwards. So that's probably what I'll end up doing. Yeah, Alor, it's got to be intentional. I don't totally comprehend why, but yeah, it clearly is meant to be so big you can't blueprint it fully. Okay, so the synthetic power shards. Ooh, it's got little flashy lights. That's cool. No, Teus, the 6x6x6, which we still haven't quite unlocked, is the biggest. So I need time crystals, dark matter crystals, quartz crystals, and excited photonic matter. Now, the photonic matter is just literally matter. It's free. We'll call it air. We excite the air and we get it for free. It just costs some power. So that's easy. This machine is the apple of Discord. It just suggests to abandon blueprints and do pasta. Yeah, we knew I was gonna get to pasta eventually, right? Okay, so I need the photonic matter, and we get the dark matter residue out, and then I need... Sorry, my neck is killing me. I need some time crystals. We need dark matter crystals. How do I make those? Those are particle accelerated diamonds. They're dark matter diamonds, basically. So then that means I need to make dark matter originally from reanimated Sam. But then I'll have byproduct dark matter. I see. This all gets complicated. Okay. So let's start with dark crystals. Yeah, let's do that. So the dark matter crystals, I already forgot where they're made. No, I'll start with dark matter residue production. Okay, yeah, we'll start with that. So blueprints, converters, I will do dark matter residue production here. Yeah, we'll just line it up with that. Okay, so this will make dark matter residue. And that needs the reanimated Sam, which I could bring from over here. And I think I will, rather than grabbing it off the bus again. Uh-oh. Oh gosh. Got random crap sitting everywhere. Okay, so there's reanimated Sam. Make dark matter residue. More like residont. I take no legal responsibility for that joke. Okay, so this will get it started, basically. I'm not touching anything. I think it's kind of glitched out there. Like it got locked doing the spacebar input there. Okay, so this is dark matter residue in case I run out from my other byproduct residue, basically. So there's that. Then we need the dark matter crystals, which are made in the particle accelerators. And those are basically diamonds, of which I only have 30 a minute. Someday I might have more than that. So for now, I don't need too much more, but I think I'll actually... Is it across from this one? Is that... Well, that's not lined up. There we go, that's lined up. think I'll put this guy over here. You're gonna make the dark matter crystals. You will be slooped for a bit. Super slooped. And then the dark matter. Nicely. Any? Yeah. You know, sometimes Noodle is your savior. Sometimes Noodle is the savior. Okay, so there's the dark matter. And then this is the splitter. They're basically designed for this exact thing. Diamonds are one of the things that would be reasonable to build off-site. You know, you find an area with either a bunch of oil or coal or both, because we have the petroleum coke diamonds. There's also crude oil diamonds, but I think petroleum coke diamonds is better. And there's turbo diamonds. I forgot about that. In fact, turbo diamonds are probably the best, but then you need some sulfur in there. Yeah. But the petroleum coke diamonds are actually relatively cheap. You only need 8 heavy oil residue per diamond, which is only 6 crude oil per diamond. So you could do 100 diamonds a minute off of one pipeline. You know, Mark II pipeline. That's really not that bad. Really not that bad. But hey, we got dark matter crystals. Can you just like sit inside of this? This feels dangerous. Is this dangerous? Seems like this would be dangerous. I guess it's keeping the particles in the little rings. But that seems like it should be dangerous. Okay, so now I just need a quantum encoder. Oh my god, I hate this thing. I hate it so much. It's so long! That's definitely not what she said. Dark matter crystal, time crystal. Oh, I'm not making time crystals. I already forget. Are time crystals just the constructor? No, those are made in converters too. You have to convert diamonds. Need a lot of diamonds. So let's copy this guy. And you're gonna be making time crystals. I like tier 9, and it also kind of feels like they just made up random fancy sounding words and threw them at a wall. like, ooh, time crystals, dark energy, photonic matter. You know, it's just like all these different fancy words. I believe Snut said they all have some sort of foundation in reality. Like, they didn't just completely make stuff up. But to a lay person, they all sound pretty sci-fi. Alright, so these guys are now good to go. I gotta say, when you've got some nice blueprints and plenty of space to build, and you've got a method to the madness like we do with our bus, things do go pretty fast. Because we're not having to worry about ratios. Everything's going to be starved for diamonds, sure, but it is going to work. Okay. Now we're almost there. I think we are there, right? Quartz crystals. I need some of the photonic matter, which is free to make. Sweet. And then I bring in the time crystals and the dark crystals. Alright, let's carry the bus along a little bit here before I get too far into this. And I'm trying to decide if I want like excited photonic matter on the bus or not so much. I can make it wherever I want, so it's hard to argue that it should go on the bus. Dark matter residue, same story. I feel like it's kind of, I don't know. I do have an empty pipe here, pipe number 3. I kind of thought that was going to be sulfuric acid, but I haven't needed sulfuric acid yet, except in a couple of places where it's looped around for itself. But yeah, there's time crystals, and dark crystals are going to be over here. Let's do something like this. Dark and time crystals in the same place. And then we needed quartz crystals and photonic matter. Good golly, this building. I like it, but I also hate it. It's so long. Yeah, I will probably blueprint something with it eventually. For now, I don't really need a blueprint because I just have the one thing I need. And I certainly am not going to have enough resources to provide more than one building's worth. Okay, so then we need to pull quartz crystals off the bus. Where are those bad boys? Spelt. Right here. I'll just go up there. Straight in. Is that clipping? It is, unfortunately. That will probably fix it. No, that didn't fix it, believe it or not. There we go. Alright, we got all the crystals. I mean, this is basically just Crystal Town. Power shards are just all the crystals. You get a bunch of crystals together, you get them real excited, you have a party, and boom, you got a power shard. Is that easy? Maybe you got a power shard stew going. Crystal stew. Well, I don't know why I thought something other than floor power was going to be useful. Floor power is the truth. By the way, if your nudging is too much, you can do control nudge. And it's great. Alright, we're powered up. And now we just need that photonic matter. Which... guess we'll build right here. No real reason to build it too far away. It makes more than enough. Here we go! Free power! Shards! And I could sloop it too for a little while. The problem is the dark matter residue, right? And so that's going to start building up. So what we have to do is we have to bring that over to here and use that to make our dark matter crystals. So what we're going to do is I'm going to reset the head lift here. And then we're going to have this. And then I'm going to need some sort of... whatchamacallit. Special organization. There you are. Fluid buffer. Put down in that. I think a valve might help, but I don't know if it matters. Oh. Close. I don't think it matters there. There's a lot of crazy whooshy noises going, I will say. Okay, that's too close. Too close. How's that? There we go. Alright, so do that, and then you need to go over to there. And you do still have to do the old methods to get pipes to go at right angles. Or semi-right angles. I guess I was off by one there. I like how everything sounds like it's lifting off. Like everything sounds like it's spinning up and lifting off and not exploding, but almost exploding. Alright, I think that... oh, this doesn't have head lift. That could be problematic. Does it still act the same way, though? No, I don't think it does. I don't actually know. Yeah, I know that it's a gas now. I just kind of forgot about the fact that it's a gas. I don't know if the gassy things work the same way with pressure or not. It might not. In which case we could have a problem. So you need 5 DMR to make a crystal, and then you need 2 crystals, which then makes 12 DMR when you only need it. So you end up with 2 extra DMR per power shard. Assuming you're not slooping things. I am slooping things, which means I'm actually getting 7 excess DMR. So I don't even need... yeah, that's basically what I'm wondering, Aloy. How do you do priority input if it's not a liquid? And I don't actually know if it's the same or not. But in this case, I literally don't even need any of this. I actually have too much byproduct, and it's going to jam up, even with just the byproduct. So in this case, I'm going to end up with essentially too many dark matter crystals. which are used to make superposition oscillators, and that will net you even more dark matter residue. Yeah, I'll probably just sink the excess. The problem with that, though, is then I'm always burning diamonds, which I don't love. Because always burning diamonds means, well, I don't have a lot of diamonds. So I'm probably going to need some extra coal. We will have Mark 6 belts soon, so I'll wait to deal with that till they're Mark 6 belts. For now, let's do the thing that we've been excited about doing since 100 hours ago when we started this save. Infinite flippin' power shards, baby. Oh, they're all in here now, but there it is. It'll take a while to build up, to be sure, but it is infinite power shards. That's awesome. And I will probably sloop that for now. We're gonna have way too much dark matter residue, though. I'm actually gonna de-sloop this. And then we will just smart splitter. I don't love this solution, but it does work. More power. Okay, so we will sink our extra, that's not working. That's because I need to do overflow. There we go. Nice. How's power holding up? Probably fine. Yeah, we're doing good. The orange line is our actual consumption, the gray is our capacity, so we are still more than fine. And we have to shard all of our nuclear stuff, so we still have a lot more power coming. But yeah, why don't I go check on the iron? I may need to produce some extra plates here. Because I want to get Mark 6 belts, and then we can get more coal. Alright, iron. Oh, we're actually a good portion of the way there. $6,400, okay. Trigons. And then all clads I'm gonna need to go grab manually. Which are over here somewhere. I think they're one of these two, yeah. No, the power draw is not synced for particle accelerators, so if you were having them constantly running, you would want to offset them so you don't have huge spikes and valleys in your power grid. At the end of the day, they'll probably average out just through natural gameplay, but you can see there's some big spikes, and if you were to have two that were on the same cycle, at least particle accelerators ramp up from start to finish. I don't know what the other buildings do. They don't have the same pattern. So I'm gonna go with the method of ignoring all of it and hoping it all works out. That's never failed me before. He says with sarcasm. Encoders bounce all over the place, yeah. And the converters do something weird too. All three of those buildings do weird power stuff. So I need more iron. Did I not just grab more iron? Oh, I still need quite a bit more, I guess. Might just have to wait a few minutes. There is more iron platage in the base where we're making reinforced plates. Ah! Whoa. We should have iron plates somewhere over here. If I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, so I can grab a few more here from these buffers. There's an easy 1600. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. Skipped a set. And in fact, I should be able to grab from the assemblers too. There's 2200 and another 6. That's 2800. That gets me most of the way there. Most of the way. It's still funny to me that you can jump in the completely wrong direction and still end up going very fast in the direction you want to go. Alright, let's see if all this is enough. Enough iron plates? Maybe, maybe? No! We're so close! I just need 200. That was actually surprisingly close to what we needed. I am making reinforced plates somewhere on this floor. I think. Yeah, there it is. There's what we need. Alright. Boom. Yes! Mark 6 belts!
Milestone reached. After close scrutiny, 2 problems were identified in Mark 5 conveyor belts. The first was the belt part, so force fields have been implemented in the Mark 6 instead, to maximize transfer speeds. The second problem is inefficient pioneers, but sadly no remedy is available for this severe impediment.
Whoa.
Yet.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that I was not expecting. It costs time crystals too? Not just trigons? Oh, geez. Okay, I wasn't expecting the time crystal cost. I was expecting the trigon cost. We're definitely gonna need more diamonds then. Wow. Alright, well let's head to our coal mine over here and see what we can rummage up in terms of better rates. Yeah, I thought it was just going to be the trigons. Every single belt prior to Mark 6 only costs 1 resource. And it's always like the basic building resource. So that was a bit of a surprise. Over here. Tier 5 takes bauxite and coal? What? Well, sorry, I don't mean 2 ores. I mean like 2 materials to build the belt. Like these only take all clad aluminum sheets. So it goes iron plates, reinforced iron plates, steel beams, encased industrial beams, all clad aluminum sheets, and I assumed it was then just going to be trigons. But it's trigons plus time crystals for every, you know, meter or how many meters of the belt. Anyway, I digress. Let's at least Mark 5-ify this. And we will be able to eventually Mark 6-ify it. This belt really does go on a lot of magical journeying. I think it's this version that then goes to the bus. Oh my gosh. And kids, this is why you don't do a bus. This is why. What's funny is we haven't even gotten to the bus yet. Okay, nice. This will give us a lot more coal. Ah, stuck. There's there. This one. There's this guy. Eek. That was weird. What the heck? Whoa, what is going on here? It's like a belt that's really long but not really long. I don't know what that was all about. Yeah, I don't know. Those are both splitters though, so we're okay. Keep going. Actually, more spaghetti than I thought. Yeah, so in the early game I wasn't doing a bus before I had blueprints, and I didn't like go back and tear down the old base. I just kept it. So like right now my encased industrial beams that I build with are still coming from the same encased industrial beam plant that I set up originally. Same with reinforced iron plates. Those are still the OG. Which one's coal? You. This is nuts. Part of me wonders if I should have just... Yeah, Wascally, I probably will do coal on the train eventually if I really still don't have enough diamonds. I should have made this a tier 6. I should have just waited until I had enough tier 6 materials. I don't want to do this again with T6. Oh, goodness. And the chance that I missed a belt somewhere is slowly increasing. At least everything after this, I think, is Mark 5. Yeah. So. Should be more coal in total. Let's see if it's moving at full speed down here. This one. No, it's getting stuck on something. Okay, we missed one somewhere. Oh, is it right here? No, I don't think it's right there. The lift is Mark 5. This is Mark 5. I rebuilt that section between the two. This is all Mark 5. That's not going at Mark 5 speeds right there. So the issue is somewhere before here. issue is in here somewhere, maybe. But that's a Mark V. What's going on here? I guess this splitter doesn't even need to exist, but... that shouldn't have mattered. Weird. Something janky was going on in there. Okay, now that just slowed down again, though. So that leads me to believe there's another Mark IV slowdown somewhere along this line. You remain unconvinced that my super compact building style is actually a good idea. I mean, it does. It's right here. That was it. It does certainly help to not have to build. If you're going for aesthetic-looking buildings, obviously being able to produce the actual factory part of it in a more compact frame is helpful, because then you don't need to build your aesthetic buildings as big. I kind of gave up on that at this point, where I was like, I'm tired of doing floors or walls and ceilings and stuff, and I'm just gonna go with the big flat land. And yeah, obviously, if you're just doing big flat land, then it becomes less necessary to do that. Okay, I think we're good now. But yeah, that's gonna be. I'm gonna have to do that again with Mark VI to get all the diamonds. But yeah, it also means the last thing we should do in this episode, because we're at 1 hour and 36 minutes for the YouTube recording, as usual. The last thing I need to do is put time crystals in a whatchamacallit, storage container with dimensional depot access. Yeah, Wooza, I think I'm probably going to make some diamonds off-site. Especially now that I do have some more drone setups available, it's not going to be a huge hassle to set up some extra drones. So it also could be worth, now that I know I need a lot of time crystals, at least for now, it could be worth slooping them. So we get a few more. So now I'm gonna get the same amount towards shards, but half of them are going towards building. Now standing here certainly can't be safe. Whatever that beam is, just inches away from my feet, encoding quantum realities onto my little toes. That can't be safe. OSHA would not be pleased. But yeah. That more or less should do it. I guess we still have the question of dark matter residue. Because I'm only getting 30 diamonds a minute in the first place. Ramp that back up to 100% speed. That should use up all of our coal, pretty much. Beautiful. Alright, sweet. Well, I think we'll call it a YouTube episode there. I'm going to keep streaming, so if you're here live, don't leave. I'm staying. The outro thing is just for the future YouTubians, don't worry. But yeah, I am pretty pleased with infinite power shards. So on the list to do here is, I don't need any of these notes anymore. That was for the control rod stuff. So on the list here is finish nuclear power plant, because we still need the other doodads. Potentially get more Diamonds, question mark? And maybe make more rubber, also question mark? Because I've needed more rubber for a long time and haven't done it. So that could be a thing I do. But yeah, more diamonds is probably going to be necessary. So I might do that. But yeah, we'll call it an episode there. As always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next episode. The maximum number of useful power shards. What does that mean? Like if you were utilizing every resource on the planet to make everything in the most efficient ratios to make the ratios that you need for the final project assembly parts? Like that sort of question? Because people have certainly done that thought experiment on what those buildings would look like, and then yeah, you could just figure out how many shards from there. I think at some point though, you would actually just want to underclock everything, because you could get more done, and even though there's the one-time cost of building more buildings and needing more belts and stuff, you'll save power, which saves resources to underclock. So theoretically, you would want to underclock everything to 1% and just build literally a computer breaking amount of buildings. So at some point there's the give and take of like, okay, you can't build that big because your computer couldn't run it. So then you kind of get into the like, what's actually reasonable. I'd say leaving things at just 100% clock would be the way to go. Maybe like 70 or 80% clock, but you do save more power if you clock them even less. So kind of a funny thing. Okay, so what am I doing with dark matter residue right now? Do I need to mess with these numbers? Because this is making 120 a minute if it's running, and this is only using... It is using 150 a minute if I'm getting 30 diamonds a minute, which is questionable. But maybe. Not quite. This is not quite getting 600 coal. So, how many building materials do I have for Mark 6 belts? I think I have enough. I actually really screwed up by just upgrading that coal node to... Whoa, that got laggy. By upgrading the coal node to Mark 5, I think I screwed up. I should make it Mark 6. Now, my question is, rather than follow along, I think I'm just going to inject. So I'm gonna split the coal down there, and I'm gonna remerge it up here. And I'm gonna skip everything over there. And that will save me quite a few steps. So that's a good idea. I do declare that that is a good idea. Power use is linear below 100. I don't think so. Let's double check. It's really easy to check that. Does a constructor at 50% clock speed take 2 megawatts? It won't show me unless I power it up. And put something in it. Here, I'll give you something to do. No, it's not linear, because at 50% we're at 1.6 megawatts instead of 2. So, whatever it is, it's not linear. But I mean, I just, you know, showed a good example of like, oh, this is not the right spot. Wait, where's the coal again? Oh, it's over there. So I was just underclocking to 50%, and it was still using 80% of the power per item made. So your factory would need to be twice as big, and you'd need twice as much infrastructure, and your buffers would be twice as big for everything. but you'd only save 20% of the power. Granted, 20%'s a lot, but I don't know. It's not that good. Oh, these are so cool. I kind of want to see how fast they go without being stifled. Oh, I'm literally out of power shards. Oh, look at how many power shards I have. Alright, so if we were to just go into a container, how fast does this actually go? Oh my gosh. It's literally like the items are blurred. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. Whoa, the lag. Holy... Is my game gonna crash? Oh my gosh. I don't know what just happened there. Something about Mark 6 belts does some weird juju. They're so fast. What's crazy though is they're not that much faster. I think ratio-wise, they're the worst improvement of all the belts. Is that right? No, I guess they're pretty good. They're 1200. They're not like... What's the actual number? So you go... Because most of the other belts are doubling, right? You go 60 to 120 to like 270 to 480. I don't know why that's not 240. I'm sure there's a reason, but it's always felt weird to me. Because that would just be a nice double, 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 double. And then instead of going to 960, you go way less to 780. So it does not... 780 over 480 is what? That's only a 62% increase for the Mark V. And then 1200 over 780 is a 50% increase. So I was correct. It actually is the smallest relative boost, but it's the largest absolute boost. I'm guessing. I actually shouldn't say that without thinking about the numbers, but I'm guessing it's the largest. Ah, the Mark V is because during early access it was a game engine limit. Well, that's a good reason, I guess. I accept that as a reasonable reason. Also, the visuals for these things are nuts. I didn't expect them to go so far away from the Mark 1 through 5 visuals. I am both liking it and also feeling like it doesn't match with the other visuals, and I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. Haven't formed an opinion yet, I guess. I'm a little liking it and a little not liking it. The being able to see through the bottom is really cool. I do like that. And I actually kind of like the shorter sides so that you can see items from the side more easily again. Like these higher... Mark 4 and 5 have the little walls that make it hard to see things. So I do like that. And I do think they look really cool, like on their own. But how they mix with the other belts is a bit odd. It's also weird because like the color doesn't look right from underneath. Like they don't look like black pieces of coal from down here. It's kind of like a weird shadow effect. I'm guessing whatever it's doing is because visually they have to make some concessions. Otherwise it would just destroy your computer with one look. Okay, so now what we're gonna do right here. Splitter. Oh, and a Mark 6 makes like a whole square around it? Or the lift, I mean? Hmm. Oh, I don't like that. So that it doesn't show the items getting lifted? But that's part of the, like, that's part of the visual joy. Like, this is so cool right here. I love the way this looks. And that just gets removed with Mark 6 lifts? I don't really like that they removed the lifting of items. That's actually a big bummer for me, because I think that's part of what looks so cool. I mean, Mark 5 is basically a blur too. I don't know. I don't like that change. It highlights the end of the progression by rejecting, yeah, rejecting the normal factory and welcoming the new alien overlords. Interesting. Alright, well, let's keep upgrading this. At least this time we have less to upgrade. I think I'm deciding that anything else I need, I'm just gonna manifold inject it using drones. This is such a pain in the butt. Rather than upgrading the bus. Oh, that's the end of it. So then we need to find where we split off here. Upgrade that. Upgrade that. Or no. Is there not one between the two? Let's find out. Oh, we're almost there. We're almost there. Nice. It's so fast. Beautiful. I mean, it's so fast that, yeah, like the items would just like yeet themselves off at that speed. They would not take these corners, so it has to have a force field to hold it in. I forgot to upgrade the conveyor lift when I connect it to the bus. Oh, you might be right. Might be right about that. Oh, our reanimated Sam is all gone. I thought I was making more than that, though. It feels like a very scant supply. Yeah, that's the wrong lift. Which means that I actually have enough. Also, you're right that that should be a smart splitter down there, but half of 1200 is more than I was getting before. So it's fine. Because I did have a Mark 4 belt for that section of the factory. So if I'm getting half of 1200, then I'm still fine. Okay, so yeah, reanimated Sam. What's up with that? Am I... What's going on over here? I turned too quick. I lost my speed. That's just all we get? That's what's happening? 120 a minute. That's 480 times 2. I don't think it's a pure node, so yeah, I think we're maxing out the Mark 5 belt here. Or is it... Actually, wait, no. What are we doing? It is a normal node, so I'm at 600. This is a Mark 5 belt, right? Yeah. So then why are there not gaps? Shouldn't there be gaps? Maybe I have a Mark 4 belt somewhere clogging things up. There it is. That one was clogging things up. Okay. There we go. What's that smell in the cave? Yeah, I know. Those plants, man. They're rough. Okay, so we can't get any more out of this. So if we want more reanimated Sam, I'd have to go somewhere else. The only way I could get more would be to use my precious sloops. Which means I'm getting only 150 SAM a minute? Yikes. Not that much. How much am I using? Depends on Caterium, I guess. Wait, we don't have enough Caterium? We don't have enough ore. Did I forget to connect a belt somewhere? What's going on? Oh yeah, I forgot to connect this belt. There we go. So only half of that was running. So that explains that. Okay, that'll give me a few more Excite ingots. And we already have a crap ton of Trigons. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let Trigons be Trigons. They are indeed. They're not Trigon. They're very much here. So I will not sloop any longer. Will not sloop to your level. We'll turn all these back on and we'll just let everything back up. I don't think I'm slooping any of this stuff. Cool. And how's rocket fuel? Still not. Okay, that is starting back up. Good. I wonder. No, we already talked about multi-delivery drones. Just don't work because they're gonna get stuck at one of the destinations. So a multi-delivery drone only works if you've got the rates set up exactly. Have I got the nuclear power up? I have about half of it. We're gonna go work on that right now, actually. Okay, then that's consuming the dark matter. Diamonds are actually running at full speed. Nice. I'm getting 60 a minute diamonds. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's actually what I want to do next is run over there, now that we have power shards. We'll go take a look. Upgrade our belt launchers to the new alien launch. Oh yeah. This is the style. There's a blue slug. Well, I can ignore power slugs for the rest of my life. That feels good. That feels real good. Oh, I wasn't able to drop a bomb soon enough. Wanted to get rid of one of those poison things. Okay, so yeah, here's our nuclear plant. We've got 6 running, but we weren't able to power shard everything. I also... Oh, crap. I feel like we needed to power shard something in here. I don't remember what it was. I removed all my math. Well, let's start with power sharding all these, because that's an easy place to start. The fact that you can't copy water extractor settings feels like a really big oversight to me. Maybe oversight's the wrong word. Surely someone brought it up at some point and they just, I don't know, couldn't figure out how to get it going. It's a bug? Oh, okay. So it's actually not an oversight then. It's an unfixed problem. Alright, and then these guys you also can't copy. Okay, sweet. So there's all 6 nuclear plants overclocked. That gets us to a cool 61 gigawatts total. And now we got the other 6 to make. That's good. Let's see, right there. And we're missing some cable, so we'll wait a minute. I guess we'll get all these water extractors overclocked now. Also, you may notice, if you were here in the last stream, I have crafted some more iodine filters since then. With the sloops, those sorts of things are so much easier to craft now. Because, you know, you go through a few steps, right? You craft the fabric, and then you craft the gas filters, and then you craft the iodine filters. And when you sloop all 3 of those steps, the amount of mycelia you need for iodine filters, you know, is close to 0 now. It's crazy. Crazy how easy it makes it. I'm actually, like, I love sloops. But there's part of me that is wondering, like, are they too good? Are they too easy? Is it too much? But at the same time, maybe it's not. I don't know. I love it. Yeah, you can automate fabric as well, but I haven't had a need to because I can just sloop the production of it, and you only need it for a few things. Alright, almost at the 200 cable. Alright, now I need to remember how I did this. So it's lined up to be 1 away. And we center it. Okay. Right here. We go up 2. Yeah, I think the problem is I haven't gotten the alternate yet. Because yes, I am sinking some polymer resin. Though, I do prefer the recycled fuel and... Oh, it's in the MAM. Oh, well then, yeah. At this point then, the reason I'm not doing it is because it's just on an infinite list of things that need to get done. And it's a prioritization thing. Because you're not wrong. As far as all the actual things I need to do, it would be easy. It's just that it also only takes 30 seconds to craft some fabric in a manufacturer with sloops. So that's what I've been doing. And I'm guessing the total amount of time I've spent dealing with fabric has been on the order of a few minutes. So it really just doesn't add up to much inconvenience because of sloops. Without sloops, I would have needed, you know, 4 times more fabric than what I've made, and that might have been enough to make me want to automate it. But at this point, I would only automate, you know, filters and stuff if it was like I was going for a really long-term base that I knew I was going to play for hundreds and hundreds of hours. But at this point, you know, the end is in sight. I don't really see the point in automating fabric. Unless it was just for fun. Alright, so we do the splitters here. Maybe I should just swap back and forth. Merger. Splitter. Merger. And they're snapping for me properly, which is nice. Yep. Okay. Build that. And let's see, what are we missing? 2-meter foundations. And then we need splitter and merger. Okay, so that's done. Now I need to come along at the back and do power. Because on this one, yeah. Easy peasy. I don't think I lined all those up exactly the same way, if we're being honest, but they're within 1 or 2 clicks, and, you know, I don't feel like it's easy to see if those are not all in exactly the same little spot. Alright, and then we overclock these. I might wait a minute. Let me hook up the plutonium first. Or plutonium. These are not plutonium fuel rods. Let me hook up the uranium real quick. And let it back up for a minute. Okay. So that's that. Wow, we have a lot of fuel cells. Oh my gosh. I could use these for drones. The problem is once everything's rolling, I think I'll be using all of them. I think we'll be using all of them. Let's build the lifts. Find out. That. Uh-oh. Oh no, I have too many. That's good, that means these are all backed up. No! Okay, I can put some in a manufacturer. There we go. Alright, so those are all filled up. The waste is going to come out the top. Now I just need to do the water thing. Which comes to here. And I deconstruct it and reconnect it so it does the other angle. Oh, I still haven't even connected these to each other. be problematic. It's wanting to snap to the splitter. I wonder if I build this part, will it snap properly? Probably not, because a pipeline junction doesn't seem to know that it's supposed to snap to pipes. Oh, it does. Praise be, it works. I don't know if I've ever seen a pipeline junction actually snap to a pipe before. Because I've tried making these to force one to snap, and it still hasn't worked. But in this case, it worked the way we wanted it to. So I will appreciate that. Alright, build it here. Deconstruct, do it the right way. Junction, connect. 2 more. Bing. Boom. Snap and build. This one's already built. So there we go. I believe that no power. Wait, what? Oh, is it just because it hasn't gotten water yet? Yeah. Okay, we're good. Cool. Alright, now we can overclock these because we have the fuel rods already backed up. I'm not holding something radioactive, right? I don't think so. It's just the 50 fuel rods in each nuclear plant is a decent amount of radiation. And now we need to come across. The waste. There we go. Wow, that's a lot of waste. Jeez. Because what do we have? 12 times 25? 300 a minute? So 300 a minute, an industrial storage container can hold 24,000. So we get 80 minutes per container. And I think I have 24 containers. So yeah, 32 hours sounds about right. So someday I will have to come back here to make more containers. But for now, we can rest easy, knowing this is all working. I will probably want to check on... Oh, we're just under 100 gigawatts. If I just had a few more geysers even, we'd be there. I guess that makes sense because I have a 75 gigawatt nuclear plant that's now running at full speed. And I have a 20 gigawatt fuel plant, so there's 95. And then we have our coal power plant, which is like a gigawatt-ish. If you combine the petroleum coke of our fuel in that as well. A few more coal power plants doing that. And then we also have the geothermals. Now, what I need to know is, are these making the right amount? That's 50, and those are making 50. So, I'm pretty sure this is all good. It's only 300 on the belt, so that's not a problem. The uranium's on Mark V belts. We shouldn't have any problems there. And then... So that means we need 180 concrete. Plus... Oh, plus whatever we need for the encased beams. That's right. Yeah, I just feel like we might have forgotten some power shards somewhere. So I need 18 beams. Plus 180 concrete here. So the beams needed 18. I did overclock that, so we have 8 plus 6 is 14 plus 4. So that's perfect. I could overclock it so that all three are the same. I don't know why that didn't occur to me. So 6 times 3 is 18, which is another 90 concrete. So that totals out to 270 concrete. And 270 concrete is going to be 9 constructors worth. And we have the 2 different belts of limestone. And I think I overclocked... Oh, 9 constructors worth. What am I saying? 270 is 18 constructors worth. 18 times 15 is 9 times 30, which is 270. Yeah. So 18 constructors, which means I need 2 extra constructors worth of stuff, which these 2 guys are doing. And the limestone is 90, 90, 90. That's 270 plus another 180 is 540. But the Mark V belt has 540. I have 600 limestone on that belt, so I don't need to worry about that. That's my fuel power plant from ages ago. I think it's only like, what, 1 gigawatt or something cute? No, this is 2 gigawatts. It's beautiful. No, it's even more than that. 2.5 gigawatts. I forgot about this little guy. It's so cute. So you got 2.5 gigawatts, and you got 75 gigawatts. A little bit different. A little bit different. Alright, and I'm pretty sure we're making enough iron. I'm not even gonna check. No, I should check. We checked everything else. We've got a set of 6, another set of 6, and another. I've got 18 iron. 18 times 30, that's 540 iron. I'm pretty sure that was the exact number we needed. Was it 540? I don't remember how many pipes we needed either. Yeah, I needed 108 pipes. 108 pipes exactly. 108 times 4. I needed 432 iron for that. So we certainly have enough iron. Yeah, I just didn't make 2 sets because that would have only been 360. So we have more than enough iron. That means we've checked everything. We're good to go. Assuming I'm getting the 30 ECRs, that's the only... In fact, that's the thing I need to go fix. We're not getting the 30 ECRs. I know for a fact we're not, because I do need power shards that I had run out of power shards when we made that ECR package. So... But these are all showing 100%, which is good. Which really means, it's kind of funny, these are going to stay backed up right here forever. Every time I visit, we should see the plutonium fuel rods are going to be right around this splitter because they're being consumed at exactly the same rate they're being produced. Wow. I like all the glowing green going off into the distance. Sweet. Well, that should be... If that's not enough power for the rest of the game, I'd be surprised. I mean, I'm sure I could easily use this much if I was really trying to, but at least with the numbers I'm going to be building to, I'm guessing this should be enough. We've got 100 gigawatts of consistent power. That should be enough. Alright, let me make a nice little alien launcher here. Switch to the jetpack. Whoa, I wasn't even ready for that. Let's see if we can get all the way back to the base. Little tappy taps. Ooh, we got an autosave, which gives you an extra boost. I just past a purple power slug, and there's another one right there. And I don't care, because we don't need slugs no mo. Honestly, we made it a good amount of the way. It's like just over that ridge, my ECR factory. Yeah, I've resisted tube cannons this long. I don't think I want to start now. In my next playthrough, I might throw in the towel and accept the usage of them. Up until now, I've been what do you call it? Whatever the a Luddite? Is that the right word? I don't know what the right word is. I haven't used them. That's the point. So I shouldn't have deleted all those numbers because now I don't remember what I need to overclock. Damn it. I could just overclock everything. I'm pretty sure Quickwire was actually the only one I really needed to. I mostly overbuilt this. I think if I overclock 2 of these Quickwire ones with 3 shards, that's enough. Because I needed 600 Quickwire. And I only had 8 times 60. So yeah, that should get me enough Quickwire. The copper sheet... Again, I'm pretty sure 16 is enough, because that was 160 sheet a minute, which AI limiters, are those 1-to-1 with ECRs, or are they 2-to-1? They're 1-to-1. So if I need 30 ECRs, first of all, 9 times 4 is 36. Well, so that just means I have enough assemblers. I actually have too many. I can make do with 8. So anyway, I just need 30 AI limiters, which is then 600 Quickwire and 6 times 25, 150 copper sheet, which would be 15 constructors worth, and I have 16, so I'm good on that. I'm pretty sure I was good on the ingots because I did 12, so that's 360 copper. I only needed 300, and I did 12 deuteriums, which what is that actually going to be? Times 12, 16, what's 180 deuterium ingots, and they're 5 Quickwire apiece, so I really only need 120 deuterium ingots. So we're good on that. The stators, I need 6 assemblers running. No. Stators are 3 to 2. I forgot. For ECR? Yeah, 3 to 2. So if I'm making 30, I need 45. So I need 9 of these assemblers running at full rate, which I believe I have. So then why is this one yellow over here? Why are you yellow? Because you're backed up. Alright, that's fine, I guess. Okay, and 9 times 40 for the wire is 360 wire. 135 steel pipe. Okay, so let's check on the wire. You said 360? Gonna be 16 times 22.5. Oh, it's perfect. I need exactly 16 iron wire makers. And then the pipes, you said we needed 135. Which is is only 5.5 for these constructors. So yeah, we're good to go. Okay, sweet. So really the only thing I needed shards for was the quick wire. That was literally it. And I only needed 4 shards total. So then we should be seeing all of the ECR makers running full speed. Which it worries me that they're not. But I think it's because we didn't have the quick wire yet. So I'm going to grab from my depot to fill up the buffers here. And is the rate okay? As long as I don't have a Mark IV belt, I guess I should double check that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Hey, Danny, thanks for the follow. I don't know why the sound didn't play. It's weird. Huh. It's odd. Okay. We got the fuel. We got ECRs outgoing. 0.6 per minute. But that would be if it was round tripping constantly. I presume. So it's really only 9 every 40 minutes. So yeah, we're barely using any fuel for this. And then this guy, this is the cost to having a fuel delivery drone, is you end up needing to buffer 1,800 fuel. But once you have it buffered, you know, it's not going anywhere. And if you're getting 60 a minute, that's only 10. That is just 1,800. That's not that much, right? 60 times 60 a minute, 10 minutes. That's only 30 minutes of fuel. That's not that crazy. Cool. Yeah, we'll probably make a diamond drone. In fact, are we near coal? No, we're actually not. This might be the spot to do a diamond drone. Or I could do the petroleum coke version. Though then you have to deal with crude oil into petroleum coke, but there's also pure and a normal right next to each other right there. That would be a decent diamond. Oh, what's this? Impures? Never mind. There's also SAM right here. Oh, and there's some coal we didn't even tap into over there. There's all sorts of stuff. The map is full of resources we have not tapped. Okay, let's get another launcher over here. You know, this will probably take us all the way home. Easily. Oh, look, it's the train. Hello, train. All right, how are time crystals looking over here? Not great, to be honest. Are these running at 100% these days? This one is, and this one is also. Okay. We're using 24 diamonds a minute. And we are slooping these right now. Am I slooping? I'm also slooping diamonds. Don't need to make dark matter manually because we're actually spending dark matter residue to make excess dark matter crystals, which are getting sunk. Looks like that's getting me a few extra 1,000 points a minute. But all of this is in the name of power shards, which I have 300. Oh, that feels so good. That just feels amazing. Do whatever I want now with power shards. Don't even have to worry about how many slugs I have. Sweet. Okay, so what are we doing? What are we doing next? Can this thing kill you? No, okay, you don't. I was wondering if that would, like, deal damage to you if it touched you. Alright, let's go look at the other researches. I think I probably need those little quantum cube things. The supercomputer. The supercomputer. Superist computer? These things. Neural quantum processors. The NQPs. So those are trigons, excited matter, and we get more dark matter residue out, which is kind of unfortunate, actually. And yeah, this feels like it'll be a good place, at least for a while, to sloop a quantum encoder. So we save on supercomputers. And then this last one unlocks the ballistic warp drive and portals, but I'll need to make these superposition oscillators, which is where I can put the rest of my dark matter, maybe. The nice thing about that is it only uses 5 dark matter, though, because in making the 6 dark matter crystals, you use 30, but then you produce 25. So you're barely using up your dark matter for this. But it is using up the dark matter. Anyway. I will need those superposition oscillators. Oh, I've already unlocked those. Oh, that's what we were just looking at. Right. Right. Another place to put dark matter is the fixonium. But we need plutonium waste for that, so we'd have to make use of all of our nuclear waste and everything. That would be a big project. Probably won't end up doing that in this run. So then the next thing to make is the superposition oscillators and the neural quantum doodads. Neural quantum processors, which were made in the what's? Quantum encoder? Makes sense because they're called quantum. So time crystals, trigons, and supercomputers. I think I just put supercomputers on the bus, right? Like I don't need to worry about that. I really hope I did. I might not have. Oh crap. Are supercomputers not on the bus? They're not. They are just over here, though. For some reason, I thought they were on the other side. No, they're like right here, though. Right? Where are my soupy comps at? I see frames. I see turbo motors. I see... Where are they? What am I missing? Okay, these are making those. Whatever those are called. This is just off? What's going on here? Oh, I'm still slooping turbo motors? Okay, that's not necessary. We're all backed up on the turbos. These are radio controlled units. Oh, here are supercomputers. No, those are cooling systems. Where are supercomputers? Have I lost my mind? Maybe I am making them back over here? Maybe I am. Hold on. Maybe supercomputers are back here. Yep, they're right here. Oh, crap. Well, that's inconvenient. Yeah, I never put them back on the bus. Let's see. What do I do with you then? Do I bring a belt over? I could switch it out for something, right? I'm not using every single one of these things. I could switch it. Oh, there's actually an empty belt line, it looks like. It's either an empty belt line or something is really not running. But I think that might be an empty one. It was originally meant to be iron, iron, copper, copper, limestone, limestone. Badass mofo, don't take no crap from nobody. Who are you? Oh, it's such a good movie. I haven't seen Cool Runnings in a long time, but I need to watch it again. That is a good movie. Oh yeah, and I had slooped my ECRs, which I can undo now. Because we're no longer providing these ECRs to the nuclear plant. These are just normal ECRs for the rest of the base, which I think they're only used in like the radio control units or something. What are these used in? These are used in... Oh, they're not. They're literally used in nothing other than nuclear power and project assembly parts. So, not gonna need those for a while. Maybe I should have. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows what I should have done? But I am gonna put computers on the bus here, so let's prepare. Prepare the bus. Oh, these poor supercomputers. They're gonna be so sad. They were backed up so nicely. Now they're gonna be eaten. And they don't get produced quickly. They do not get produced quickly. I guess we can overclock both because there's not a huge cost to that. I'm making a little under 10 a minute. Need to cover, please. Spaghetti a little bit here. Nope. That's what I was worried about. I guess we can do that and then this. Alright. Okay. Supercomputers on the bus. Easy enough. So yeah, I mean, there's not much else that we need to automate in this game. I keep opening that. You know, I should probably set that hotkey to something useful is what I should do. I tend to really like using the tilde key for useful stuff in games. Cloudy diamonds. So it slows things down, but it's a good use for limestone. And then instant scrap I will not be doing. Oil-based diamonds. Wait, how many diamonds did I say you'd get from the petroleum coke route? Because petroleum coke is 3 per residue, so that's only 8 residue, which is 6 oil per diamond. This is only 5 oil per diamond. This is even better, just to do straight up oil-based diamonds. I think I'm just gonna take that because then I can go anywhere on the map, go grab some crude oil, and just make a crap ton of diamonds. So that seems pretty simple. So now I can do coal or oil. And I think oil is actually easier because there are some coal nodes that are nice, but like the oil nodes are often right next to each other. You know, there's a pure and 2 normals right there. So that right there is 1200 oil that I can just turn into diamonds. So I like that. I like that for when we need more diamonds. If I even need more diamonds. Might end up having enough with what we've got now. Okay, so yeah, I mean, let me think about what we need. We already built our tower for copper powder. Powder tower. How full is it? How full is our powder tower? Not good. The top one's still filling. The top one is still filling. Okay, so we're not even 20% of the way. We may have to tap into another copper node. That's fine. And then, what's the other one called? The biochemical sculptors. So these guys are mostly fixite trigons. We need 1,000 of them. But we're gonna sloop it, of course. So that means we really only need 500 divided by 4. We only need 125 assembly director systems. That's nothing. So we'll be able to make that real quick. You know, that's only 125 of these, which we've already done the math on that. It's not very many. The wiring is the annoying one, as always. I should have automated wiring into a box and left that somewhere. That's something where I probably would have benefited from automating and just let it build up in a box for each, because I've needed that for each step of the elevator. What's the other one? The AI supercomputer? No. AI... I don't know what you're called. AI expansion server. Okay. Yeah, what is that? Automate things? In my factory game? Get out of here. This is so easy. I mean, this is almost like a joke. 256 when it's slooped is only 128. Neural quantums, 128 magnetic fields, 128 superpositions. It's more just a question of, did you do it? Than a question of, like, did you do much of it? Because that's really nothing. And then the final one, I haven't unlocked yet. That ballistic thing. What looks to be a bomb, I will say. Uh-oh, are we out of deuterium? Now that's problematic. Okay, more is coming in right now. I might actually need a second train. Yeah, I actually just watched a clip, though, of Snut on, you know, some stream. And he was saying, because literally the question was, why is Phase 5 so easy, or whatever? Or maybe it was Phase 4, I can't remember. But he was basically like, yeah, the game is tuned for, you know, the whole player base, not for the elite players. And again, I'll say that just anyone who's even watching someone else stream this game is an elite player. Like, if you're watching this, whether... Oh, I'm not doing future YouTube recording. So those of you that are here now live, you are in the elite player category. You're not the average player that they're tuning the game for. For every one of us, there are... And elite sounds so, like, elitist, you know, because I'm using the word elite. But just, like, enfranchised is the word that you often hear in the industry. Like, we are enfranchised players. We care about the game. We look up stuff about the game. We watch other YouTubers. We go on the Reddit maybe, or we're in a Discord maybe. Like, we are the enfranchised players. We do not make up the majority. Yeah, we have vested interest. And so most players don't. And a lot of players who play this game are getting stuck on phase 3. The first time they get to oil, they get stuck. So these things look cheap to someone who's more of a factory player, but to someone like that, even these things alone are like probably massively overwhelming. Then again, there's that part of me that feels like if you've made it this far in the game, having the numbers be a little higher could make sense, but I'm also, I mean, I'm 100 hours in. I'm kind of getting tired. I'm excited to beat the game and kind of be done for now. You know, I don't think this is the game where I want to sink thousands of hours into a mega base, at least not on this run. And so, yeah, I actually think what you're saying, Waskley, like, it's okay that it's kind of easy in this case. I do agree, Aelor, that there is definitely going to be, there's going to be a lot of interest in a mod or a setting that will increase the requirements. And / or a mod that increases or allows for a post win thing, so you can keep doing phase 5 over and over again with increased costs, something like that. I'm guessing there will be a market for. I'm gonna need more SAM fluctuators here. Turbo. Let me just get these things going. 500 radio control units. That's, I might need to go grab those too. Oil is fun. I like that they went to fluids in this game. Way back in the day, there were no fluids. It was all just, everything got packaged internally in every building and unpackaged. And I think fluids added a lot to this game. I do think the mechanics of prioritization with fluids is a little bit too opaque, but as a whole, I'm really glad they added fluids into the game. I think it is really fun. What am I looking for? The fluctuators? Those are over here. 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the radio control units are somewhere over here. I guess I'll take more turbo motors while I'm sitting here. These are the RCUs, and I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Yeah, Vatamouse, that would be interesting. Using additional phase 5 completions as a way to earn Summer Sloops and Mercer Spheres. It would make sense to give you both. Yeah, the pipe reveal trailer was awesome. Just all of their reveal trailers were awesome, to be honest. They've done a great job with that stuff. Alright, so what I'm trying to figure out right now, IRL, is do I have the time and energy to do a whole nother YouTube episode? Because I'm not going to automate the quantum encoders until I do, and the superpositions. I don't think I do, so what else can we do? Should we go establish some diamonds? Let's go make some oil diamonds. Let's do it. I like the idea of oil diamonds up there, so let's just fling ourselves. Shall yeet us into the distance. We got 100 gigawatts of power. I guess we should use it, right? Guess we should use it. Gosh, I love ionized fuel. It's so nice. I'm still flying. We are running out, though. Where am I going? Oh, we need to go way more to the east. Alright, we also finished MAM here. What'd we get? Aluminum beam, aluminum rod. Both things I don't care about. And more things I don't care about. Though, instant plutonium could be a thing. So that's compared to plutonium fuel cells. So 100 makes 30, and 30 would make 15. And this is instead... 100 would make 15. Instead, 150 is making 20. It's actually worse, but it's easier. So that checks out. Okay, where are we going? We're going northeast from here. Maybe I should pay attention to sloops while I'm in this area. I've already done like a sloop pass through the Red Forest, but I'm sure I missed some. Isn't this where the geothermals are? Yeah, they're over there. Ooh, there's a sloop. There's a sloop. Underground? Where are you? Oh, I see. I see what you're doing here. Consume. I haven't gotten any voice lines in a while. I think I hit the limit of Ada's voice lines. Wow. For homing ammo, that was a lot of misses. I don't know, Wascally. I haven't gotten any for a long time. Like a lot of Mercer Spheres and a lot of sloops, and I've not gotten any. But there probably are like a few thresholds as you're getting closer to like all of them on the map. But it's been, I think I've gotten like more than 20 total with 0 voice lines. So I definitely hit like some sort of wall. If there are more voice lines, they're sparse. All right, so we need, where is it? This guy, oil extractor. And there is no Mark II oil extractor, right? Yeah. Excuse me, guys. I'd rather you not. I feel so bad for these guys because they can't even throw rocks at you. So you just fly and they just get sad. Alright, so we've got literally power poles all ready to go right next to all this. It's incredibly convenient. I'm out of ammo. Let's fix that. Okay. Pipeline. Go ahead and I think we'll build it all over here above the water where it's nice and flat. And then you're gonna come over. No, no, no. That's bad. That's really bad. Need to do some bush destruction. Alright, there we go. That's just a cool 1200. This doesn't look very good. 1,200 oil a minute. This one's also kind of janky, isn't it? Alright. So let's go and get our blueprint. Or no, we'll start with global grid. And then do the blueprint. Invalid placement. Because of you? So this was when I explored for like 3 hours, and I was placing power poles the entire way. And I, at that moment, had completely forgotten power towers existed. So you can imagine my sadness when I laced the entire map with these, realizing, only realizing later that I could have just used power towers. And that was kind of a bummer. No, it still won't place here. What is... Oh, is it these? I bet it was. Yeah, that was it. Alright, so... Probably gonna need a lot of space here. Particle accelerators ain't no joke. Yes, the train rails transporting power is also very nice. Okay, let's see how bad this ends up being. So particle accelerator, let me get power over here. So I can fly without fear. Nope. Again, with the wrong items. It moves where jetpacks are. Okay, so particle accelerator. These things are pretty big. Hit 3 in this little area. And how fast do they go? They go at a rate where we're gonna not need to overclock. Let's see. Maybe... I mean, I have the power. Let's just do a little bit of overclock. Because then I can just do one more. Ah! Falling. Falling. Alright, let's try one more. Missing 500 quick wire. Oh, that's going to take a second. Alright, so I'll just overclock to 300 apiece, and then they'll each use exactly half of a pipe. Yeah, easy. Couldn't be easier. Maybe drones are the truth. Maybe just setting up a nuclear fuel production plant where you fuel drones with nuclear fuel. I haven't looked into the exact numbers, but I'm pretty sure that would not be crazy. Because then you could just use so many drones off of that one plant. It's possible that ionized fuel is the same and very good. I'm just not really sure what's the best. Okay, so then junction, delete past the junction. Oh, when they're using nuclear fuel as themselves, do they spice up the atmosphere where they're flying? I kind of just assumed that their internal fuel compartment wouldn't count towards radioactivity. I guess I didn't really think about that. Yeah, but I mean, They are spicy, but not the area. What do you mean? Like if you were standing next to one that was using nuclear fuel, would it spice you up? Okay. Yeah. But to be fair, it's going to be a fairly small amount of spice. And iodine filters aren't that hard to make, so. Alright, so we need to wait another minute for that quick wire. Let's get our drone depot going. We're going to need to get rid of you. Oh, I didn't intend to fall right there. Get rid of you. And get drone depot. Why am I looking in my blueprints? Like I have a drone depot blueprint? I do not. I should. I guess every drone depot situation is a little different though, so maybe it's not that big of a deal. Wouldn't it be funny if these also required like 500 quick wire? That would suck. Alright, so you are the input. And at this point, this is a pretty simple. Pretty simple build. I gotta say, I like oil diamonds. So is that just a Mercer sphere, like right here? Sure is. Sure. I'll take one. I'll take one. Alright, and Mark V belt is fine because there's no way we're making more than 780 diamonds here. In fact, it would be quite impossible to even make more than 240, I believe, is our number that we will be getting. Alright, that should be good for that. We need to get power over here. A little better. Port name, oil, diamonds, load. They're like blood diamonds, but oil diamonds. With less blood. And where's the power connection? On the front. Okay. Get rid of these now. Ah! Guess I didn't really need this back part of the platform. I think that does it. Yeah, we're making oil diamonds now, baby. And this averages out to, what, about 800 megawatts a piece? So this is like 3.2 gigawatts. Oh, I did forget a step. Alright, that way it looks a little nicer. Sweet. Now there's some diamonds. Now the diamonds are flowing. You know, it could be fun. I don't normally do this, but in this case, It'd be fun to put the mark of belt that is the exact rate. Isn't it? Oh no, it's 270. Oh, that's such a bummer. I'd have to like split it into 2 different Mark II belts, and those would both be full. So that won't quite be full. I haven't yet heard a reasonable explanation why that's not 240. I'm sure there is one, I just haven't heard what it is. Because it clearly feels like it should be 240, but it's not, so why not? Yeah, part of the reason I'm scared of spending all those time crystals, but I guess now that we have all these diamonds, we'll be fine. But yeah, let's switch it over. We'll make it the official default at least. I do need a launcher anyway. At least make these look nice. All right. I think that's all we need to do, right? And then. Bring those from anywhere that we have drones. Oh, I'm on the wrong jetpack. Wrong trousers. I mean, I should probably check that these are all running at 100%, but... Oh, I forgot to overclock this one. Problem number 1. Problem number 2 doesn't exist. It's a 1-problem build. Let's hope. Do these show? Yeah, 63%. So let's restart it. And then this one is being used fully? No. Okay, those should all be 100% now, because things are running. Unless, of course, the diamond's back up, but that's a different... That's a problem that's going to take a few minutes to happen, at least. Very slow particle accelerators. Yeah, I mean, you can... When it first spins up, you can see something traveling around it, so that can't be the particle that's being accelerated to near light speed. I like that they start in the little one and then it works its way up to the bigger ones. I do think that's a cool. It looks very, like, janky in a good way, you know? It looks like it was cobbled together rather than built in a pristine lab environment. I think that that fits the factory aesthetic pretty good. Got hit by lightning. Ah! Alright. Let's, yeah, we're almost the way full. Let's go get a drone. Let's go get a drone. Fly home. Oh no. Wow. Think of how many bones I would have just broken. That would have been quite a few broken bones. Gosh, you barely have time to crouch jump. They yeet you so fast off the end. Oh, our base wasn't as far as I thought it was. Oh no, that's not the base. This is our train station. Okay, nice peaceful flight home. Made it in one jetpacking. I mean, that's crazy. We didn't even use all the jetpack. And we got from from there to here. I mean, that's a solid, maybe not quite half the map, but it's about half the map. I mean, it depends on which half you're talking about. You know, it's not quite a square. If you were going from like corner to corner, we did about a third of that. But from most places, that would cover about half the map. That's crazy. All right, so now we just need a drone receiving station. And we have a couple options. We've already got... We could just belt the rocket fuel over somewhere else and then receive there. Or we could just use one of these drones and then belt the diamonds. Feels a little bit like it's the same thing either way. So I'll just use the drone we already have. I guess I'll use this one, which I don't have. I do a splitter onto the end of that, like this. I will do a Mark V for consistency on that one. Bring the rocket fuel. Across the front. Those, do the lift thing. Splitter thing. Move the lift thing, add it back. I think I already powered them up. They're green, so that means power's good. So this is home, diamonds, unload. And we give you drone. Guess we might as well give them all a drone. This port goes to oil diamonds load. That comes back to this one. 2,600 meters. Easy peasy. Nice. Now they only move 7 stacks at a time, or how many? 9 stacks? I think it's 9 stacks. So it can only move 285 a minute, which is about, we're only getting 240 a minute, and this could only move 285 a minute. So we almost would need multiple drones for the throughput we have with diamonds, which is kind of crazy. Sweet. Okay, so then this is going to be hella diamonds. Nice. And we'll bring it, where do I want to bring it? Probably over here. The 4th level. And kind of go near the bus, but not on the bus. And we can use it wherever we need it on the other side. Okay, we need to go up here. I was worried about that. How about that? And since they're diamonds, they'll be on this fancy new alien belt, as I will call it. Perfect. Nice. Alright, any minute that drone should get back. I actually don't know if I want drone depots on the map anymore now that I have more of them. There's a lot of drones. A lot of drones flying around. Looks like the diamond one already fetched diamonds. We should be coming back. Is that this one? Are you the guy? Are you the diamond guy? Looks like it. Or are you the fuel guy? Oh, you're the diamond guy. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. And any minute now. Come on, baby. I want to see him fly out of there. There they are. Oh my gosh. It's so crazy. Oh, it's so crazy how fast it goes. Oh my gosh. Woo. Woo. Alright, so we'll bring that over to supplement our diamond production over here. I'll probably just merge it with this belt. And then what that does mean is I can pretty easily overclock our time crystal production. And then we have 60 time crystals a minute. I'm okay leaving this slooped for now. I mean, it feels like a reasonable sloop investment. But I have lots of diamonds, so I don't really need to sloop that if I run out of sloops. And this one I'm just not slooping because I don't have a need to. I actually am spending dark matter crystals anyway. And I might actually need a second one of these, or I can just overclock it. We have the power. I'll just overclock it. And then this guy is the one making power shards, which I did sloop, but that's really only to build up a supply. Right? Thank goodness for nuclear power plants. What are we actually at for power usage now that I've done all this craziness? I'm at about 30, 35 megawatts average-ish. So we still have a lot of room to use more power. Sweet. Okay, well, I'm going to call it a stream there, and I'm not sure if I'm streaming tomorrow yet, but we're getting pretty close. Getting pretty close to the end game here. We've just got a couple, what is it, 3 more items to automate? The neural quantum processors, the superposition oscillators, and then from there, I guess we could do singularity cells if we want to, but I don't even know if we need those, unless we might need them for the final assembly part. I'm not sure. But other than that, it's just working on phase 5 to win at that point. So that's pretty dope. They are part of thrusters. Okay. Well, there you go. But yeah, I mean, we're in striking range now. I think in the next stream we'll finish automating those other parts, and then at that point, I wonder, so how many streams are we talking left? Probably 3. Because the next one, I'll get the rest of the parts automated. And then from there, it's gonna take a while. There might be some idling time somewhere. So I may have to take a break between streams and let things build up for a few minutes. For project assembly completion. What am I doing? I should just middle click another Mark V belt rather than trying to cycle. Oop. That was a mistake. Shoot. Crap. Thankfully that wasn't hooked up to anything. Yeah, I don't think a bus is the way to do it. I have so many items that are being taken to places they don't need to be. Yeah, I don't know why it gets so laggy. Something's wrong with the Mark 6 belts. Like, look, when I move my mouse around and it connects to all sorts of things, there's no lag. But with the Mark 6, when it like renders replacing the belt, then it's like rendering the bottom of the items now. Something gets laggy with that. Yeah, exactly, Wascally. Like, basically none of this needs to move forward. But it does look nice if it moves forward, so we'll do that. I think there's a world where I do a sushi circle bus, like an actual sushi base at some point. The problem with that is the rates are just way too, like, it's really complicated. But that is kind of a fun idea where you, like, put everything on the same belt and then split off what you want from it. But the problem is, how do you deal with, like, needing 500 wire on the one belt? It works for lower throughput stuff, but yeah, 9 out of 10 items would be screws. I am actually working in a screwless base. I'm not using screws anywhere, I don't think. Unless I've forgotten. But I'm doing stitched iron plates, and I'm doing, which kind of frame? I think I'm doing just regular modular frames. Maybe I am doing bolted frames. Maybe I am doing screws in one place. But I'm not, I'm definitely using the heavy encased frame, so I'm actually not using very many screws. I do know that much. Anyway, I'm heading out. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out. We have... Oh, we're 40 minutes away from hitting 100 hours. See you later, Wascally.